Hello, my name is Ciara Annapolis, and the treatment modality that I chose to use is dialectical behavior therapy. My client's name is Ashley Williams, and she was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. She came to therapy in hopes to improve her emotional regulation and her impulse control that's starting to affect her interpersonal relationships, specifically with her boyfriend. Prior to therapy, I had her take the difficulties in emotional regulation scale, where she scored a 75 out of 100. Some of the strategies that I used today are the mood check, structure and client accountability, validation, skill building, and eliciting feedback. And in terms of subsequent sessions, I would continue to try to find those core beliefs and continue skill building. And I would also have her periodically take the difficulties in emotional regulation skill in order to track her progress. Hi Ashley, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course.
So I just want to start off with a mood check to see how you're feeling this week, see how you're feeling right now. So could you tell me about that?
Yeah, I am doing okay. I kind of feel pretty angry. I had a fight with my boyfriend this week, and he was just being a jerk, and I just got really angry at him, and we kind of had a pretty big fight. I haven't really talked to him since.
Okay, so you had a fight with your boyfriend and you guys haven't really talked since then. Okay, that's definitely something that we can talk about during our session. But first I wanted to ask you how the activity went this week. I know during our last session we talked about you filling out a diary card and bringing it to our session today. How did that go?
I wasn't able to get to it. I think I talked to you and told you that I was in midterms last week, and I just feel really overwhelmed. Like, I'm in school full time and I'm doing a job part time, so like I don't really have free time, and I wasn't able to get to that.
Okay, yeah, you're really overwhelmed right now. Sounds like you got a lot on your plate. Like you said, you have midterms, you have school, you have work also, and I can see how filling out a diary card is probably the last thing that you want to do right now. Although I'm wondering if you remember during our first session that you said that one of your goals for our time together was to help to gain some skills on how to have some better maybe emotional regulation so that you can better improve your relationships with your boyfriend, your friends, your mom. Is that still true?
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you remember that we also talked about how I could help you build those skills so long as you're able to come prepared to our sessions and complete those activities such as the diary card?
I do remember.
Okay, and if you still find value in our therapy sessions and this is something that you still want to continue, can we agree that next session you will have that diary card filled out?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, awesome. So earlier you mentioned that you had gotten in a fight with your boyfriend and you guys still haven't really discussed it yet. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, like I said, we were in midterms, so like he's obviously in midterms as well, and we had talked about hanging out, and he told me that he wasn't available, but like I wasn't available either, so that was fine. But then I like had some free time, so I like wanted to hang out with him, so I like went over to his house, and he, I guess, had free time too, and he didn't tell me, but he was playing video games, and he was playing with his friends online, so then I got really angry that like, why would he give his friends time, but he wasn't giving me any time? So then we started arguing, and I like got really mad, so like I threw a pillow at him, but I think that was fine. I know we've talked about not throwing things, but like I just like it was just really annoying, and I just like grabbed whatever I could, so I threw it at him. And then but then I also saw like this paperweight, and I also threw it close to his head, and I didn't hurt him, so like that was fine. I didn't hurt the wall either, like cool. But then we kept arguing, and I left because I just was done with that. So, but I haven't talked to him since that day.
Okay. So you originally didn't have plans to hang out, but then you found some time in your busy schedule to hang out with him, and you went over and you wanted to spend some time with him. But by that point, he had already had plans, and maybe you felt a little bit hurt, maybe a little bit rejected that he didn't want to spend time with you. So that ultimately led to like an escalation. You started throwing things at him, you threw a paperweight at him, and then you got so frustrated that you left and you guys haven't talked since. Is that right?
Right.
So during those moments where you're starting to feel really angry and you're starting to yell, how does that feel in your body?
I usually get like, I don't know, it's like I feel like almost like hot, and then like I start feeling my heart rate go up and my chest just like my heart rate beating really fast, and then I can't really think about anything else other than what I'm angry about.
Okay. So have you heard of the STOP method before?
I have not.
So the STOP method is a really great tool that you can use during those moments where you're starting to feel really angry or any other kind of just intense, uncomfortable emotion. STOP is an acronym for stop, take a step back, observe, and then plan and proceed.
Mm-hmm.
So when you use the STOP method and you're starting to feel angry, you're starting to feel your heart rate increase, what you're supposed to do is just stop completely, so stop immediately. So in this situation where you're fighting with your boyfriend and you're starting to yell and you're starting to get escalated, you would just immediately stop everything that you're doing. And I know that sounds kind of simple, but it can really be difficult to stop in the middle of a heightened state like that, especially if like your adrenaline is going, you've built up some momentum, you're feeling angry. But the longer you wait to stop, the more likely things are to escalate past the point of no return. So that's why it's really important. So once you stop, you can take a step back. So T stands for take a step back. This gives you an opportunity to leave the situation, calm your body down, and this would actually be a really great time to practice those breathing skills that we talked about yesterday in order to, get that heart rate slowed down, get yourself in a better place. And the O stands for observe. So you're going to observe yourself, your behavior, your actions, your mind state, your thoughts, and you're also going to observe the other person and how they're reacting to you.
Okay.
Next is plan. So you're going to really think about what it is you're wanting out of this situation. So what is your goal with this interaction and how can you best achieve that goal in a healthy way? And then lastly, you're going to proceed. So once you've figured out kind of what you're looking for, what you need from the situation, and you figured out how you're going to move forward with it, then that's your opportunity to proceed with what you're doing. So from what it sounds like with your boyfriend is that you didn't really want to hurt him. You weren't intentionally trying to make him feel bad or hurt him physically. It sounds like you really just wanted to spend some time with him and you wanted to feel like that was being reciprocated. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the stop method something that you think you could try?
I don't know. I don't know if it would work, but I guess I would be willing to give it a try.
Okay, well, I'm really proud of you for at least trying. So maybe that's something that we can implement in our action plan this week.
Okay.
I can give you a handout that kind of goes through the steps and it guides you through the whole thing. So next time you're feeling kind of escalated, you're getting angry, maybe you're feeling your heart rate increase or you're starting to feel flushed and warm, you can try working through that stop method.
Okay.
That sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Did that go well? Oh, God. All right, well, thank you so much for being here today, Ashley. Before we ended, I just wanted to ask you, is there anything that I could have done better to make you feel more heard or more comfortable during the session?
No, I think you did a really good job of kind of listening to me and not really making me feel that bad about throwing things at my boyfriend. So I think that was good.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm excited to see you next week. And I'm excited to see how the stop method works and also to see your diary card.
Okay, sounds good.
That was 30 seconds.